Hey guys, I'm Rhinne. I'm one of the top players in Pokemon Unite, and I'm here today to give you my top 10 tips going into the mobile release of Pokemon Unite. Tip number 1. Minion and jungle camps are on a 1-minute respawn timer from being slain. The exception is the Vespiquens, referred to as bees generally, that are on a 1:30 spawn timer. However, the Vespiquen spawn timer is static. That means that once it spawns at 8:50, which it does every game, it will always spawn at 7:20, regardless of when you kill it. If you don't kill the bees and the timer hits 7:20, once you kill the bees will spawn again instantly. Tip number 2. Dreadnaw is by far the most important objective in the game. Games rely heavily on you obtaining Dreadnaw, so this means if you're a top laner or if you're a jungler, you should always be rotating down at least 20 seconds prior to make sure you're ready for Dreadnaw. Dreadnaw spawns at 7 minutes, so make sure you play accordingly. Tip number 3. Focus Band, Muscle Band, Square Shield, and Buddy Bear are the most versatile items in the game. Every character in the game can use some combination of these 4 items, so leveling these 4 items first is going to be very beneficial for you. That being said, there are some exceptions for these items being the best for characters. For example, currently attack rate Lucario is run. So if you guys want specific examples for your characters, you can ask in the comments below, or you can go to my stream and type exclamation mark and then the character's name. So for example, exclamation mark Lucario, and there will be builds there for you. Tip number 4. You can run on and off the goals to heal faster. This is best done by the speed zone, so you get the move speed buff to be able to run faster. This will mean a lot of times you won't have to waste your citrus berries, and you can save them for more pinch spots as well. This is also useful if you don't actually have citrus berries available and you need to heal, say for a Dreadnaw fight. Tip number 5. You have to be within a certain range of a minion to get EXP if your ally kills it. This means you can get a minion low, but then allow your ally to kill it as you walk away, meaning that they will get full EXP if they need full EXP. This means you don't have to let them fully kill the minion in order for them to gain the most EXP from it. This also means if you do need EXP from a minion, you have to stay near the minion. Keep this in mind. Tip number 6. Try to save your Unite moves to play around Dreadnaw / ZAPDOS. I see this mistake done so often by players. They'll get into situations where they think, oh, my Unite move is so good here, I can get like a kill or two, right? And they won't be able to kill me, I'll live. Even if you're ahead, this is almost never worth it. Saving your Unites to play around big objectives like this will definitely make your gameplay step up to the next level. Every Unite move has a different respawn timer, so go ahead and look up your Unite move's respawn timer for whatever character you're playing, and adjust that gameplay accordingly. For example, Greninja can't Unite move after he slays Dreadnaw, because it won't be up for the next Dreadnaw. But a character like Charizard could even kill Dreadnaw, go up to Rotom, ult at Rotom, and then have it up for the second Dreadnaw, because his is much lower respawn timer. Tip number 7. If you're ahead, try engaging on the enemy before they get into the Zapdos pit, as this will greatly reduce their chances of being able to get into the pit for a coin flip situation. There are many times, especially in solo queue, where I see people allow enemies who are behind get into the Zapdos pit, essentially allowing them to get coin flip situations off when they should have never been able to. If you practice stopping the enemy from being able to even engage in the Zapdos pit in the first place, you'll put yourself in much better positions and make yourself win more consistently. Tip number 8. Catch up EXP is absolutely massive in this game. If you're 2 levels ahead and you trade 1 for 3 against the enemy, they won that exchange. Avoiding death sounds simple, but staying out of needlessly risky situations will win you games. Farm is infinitely more important than kills when you're ahead. When you're ahead in EXP, killing the enemy doesn't really do too much for you. But if they're going to come and kill you, even if they blow ults, that'll generally be a worthwhile trade for them. They could trade their entire team for somebody who's 2 levels ahead, actually, and they'd still come out ahead in that trade. Never, never, never look for kills when you are ahead. Tip number 9. When starting off, play super aggressive and tone it down from there. It's much easier to learn how to be passive than it is to learn how to play aggro. The number 1 mistake I see from new players is them playing extremely passively when they were in a position to play aggressively. An example of this is when you're playing Lucario and you're not contesting the enemy minions, even though Lucario's early game is absolutely bonkers. This just shows me that they don't understand the strengths of their character, and once again puts them in positions where scaling characters can beat them even though they're playing the most broken characters in the game. Tip number 10. If you're new to the game, sticking to easy characters like Wiggly, Ninetales, Eldegoss, and Snorlax are going to be very beneficial for you. Trying to play characters like Greninja right off the get-go are going to hamper you in the long run, as you're not going to be able to focus on rotations and just overall game knowledge, and instead you're going to have to focus on learning the actual individual mechanics of the character. When you're first starting off in a game, Learning these basic things such as how to CS, when to rotate, and whatnot are infinitely more important than you having mechanics. You can always work on mechanics later, which is why I suggest starting off with good, easy characters at the start, and then transitioning if you want to play harder characters like Greninja later on. Alright, and since you guys are so cool, I'll give you guys a bonus tip. If you're laning, don't take your jungle camps from your jungler early on. This prevents them from hitting level 7 for second Bs and will make your life absolutely miserable. You guys will guaranteed lose the Dreadnought, you guys will have absolutely no fun playing the game for the rest of the game as you get obliterated, and your jungler will hate you and put you on their list. Also, if there's any justice in this world, your parents will disown you. Sincerely, a jungle man. You guys would think that this wouldn't need to be said, but the amount of times I see someone insta-lock Ralts, lose their lane, die level 3, and then come take my jungle camps on spawn, or at least attempt to. And they'll never actually do it because they have no last hit, but besides the point, is rather infuriating. Please stop doing this, man. Just please. Anyway, that'll be it for this video. I hope these tips were useful for you guys. If you guys have other tips to share with the new people coming in for the mobile release, you guys can go ahead and type them in the comments below, help them out. And the more we build up the community, the better for everyone. If you guys want premium gameplay, you guys can check out my stream down in the description below. I stream there daily, so you guys will always be able to find VODs or me even live as I do stream long hours. And you can always ask me questions there or in the comments as well. You guys can join the Discord to ask me questions there or just talk about the game as a whole. Maybe meet people who want to play the game with you as well. That'll also be in the description. And until next time, take care.